All right, let's now bring in the Ethekwini Municipality Deputy Mayor, Mr. Philani Mavundla, to weigh in on the water crisis in Tongaat. Deputy Mayor, a warm welcome to you. Thanks very much for joining us here on SABC News, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Flo, and the listeners.
Let's start off with the reaction then from your side regarding the protests on the back of the 4-month long water problems that the people of Tongaat have been facing. Surely one can say that, you know, their protests and demands are justified and clearly they are angry at this time.
No, Flo, it's not justified. Let me be frank on that one. First of all, we are providing water in Tongaat with the only means that we have, which is the water tankers, where we don't have the pipe water. There are some areas with pipe water. Secondly, we speedily went to tender to get the contractor to repair the damaged infrastructure. And truly speaking, normally our processes of doing that take months, but this one we did it within 3 weeks, so it was done. And we're expecting that infrastructure to be completed by end of October. Now, I'm not sure what else we could have done more than that.
You talk about that you are providing water in the form of water tankers, and I understand that additional water tankers will indeed be brought in, as was said by the Cooperative MEC, Sihle Zikalala. He said that to the community. But we also understand that there were some water tankers that, you know, the community burned. So clearly this is not what the community members want. And so how are you going to respond? At the end of the day, you've got a crisis on your hands. You've got a protest on your hands. You've got community members who are angry. So whether you believe it's justified or not, this is the situation.
Well, unfortunately, Flo, in South Africa, people do have right to express how they're feeling. But let me just say this to the nation. In Umlazi, we've got a pipeline called Southern Aqueduct. It has been out of supplying water to the communities for the last 11 years. Around the Ethekwini, we've got lots of communities that are still receiving water through the water tankers for a very long time, simply because there's no network. We do understand that the people of Tongaat, they are used to receive water through the network. But remember, this is not because us have done anything wrong in this particular case. In April, we had floods, people died. That is what led us to where we are. So it's not an issue of a non-service delivery. Hence, I'm saying we've done all that we can within our capacity. We've done even more. We've gone to a point where, as we speak, we are installing the plant. Let me tell you this, give you this other piece of information, Flo.
Yeah.
In Tongaat, the city used to get around 11 million rand income out of the collection. As we speak right now, it is costing us 5 million rand to deliver the water that we can't measure or charge anyone. So we are coming into the party doing all that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. You said that it's not an issue of non-service delivery, that you are indeed servicing the community. And again, I want to talk about this issue of the water tankers, because it seems that you are relying on it quite heavily. But residents have indeed been saying that, you know, they've not actually been receiving enough water from these particular water tankers. And days have in fact gone by without these water tankers and storage tanks actually being refilled. What do you say to those reports? And are the community members lying when they say that?
Flo, fortunate enough, that particular community, I'm the one who's been working very, very close to them. We've allocated the tankers to the ward councillors as well as even the PR councillors. So basically, you will understand that the ward councillors are the first line of call in terms of the community. And we have not taken away the tankers from those ward councillors. So basically, if the complaint now is coming as strong as it is just coming, we're not too sure what is pushing it, but from the side of the city, we're really doing all that we can.
Yeah.
We've even sink boreholes in that area. All this, we never had any spare capacity or budget for it. However, we're listening to what they are saying. We'll put additional tankers. But yeah, we believe as a city that we've done all that is human and financially possible.
All right, Deputy Mayor, perhaps let's give you the platform then to express then, and hopefully, some of the residents of Tongaat are tuning in at this time, but maybe then talk to us about some of the challenges on your side that you're having. No doubt the issue of the floods caused major infrastructural damage, and then of course it led to this problem, but perhaps in terms of addressing the problem as speedily as one would have hoped, you mentioned that it might be sorted out in October, and I don't think that the residents are particularly happy with that, but maybe an explanation as to why it would take up until October. So perhaps maybe use this platform to explain then.
Flo, thanks a million. The opportunity you're giving us as Ethekwini, normally we are not given such an opportunity. My background, Flo, is very much in engineering and more into process flows. The problem that we have here is that the water that we have around Ethekwini is measured, is so many megaliters that we can get, nothing more. The very same water tankers that we're talking about, in order for us to fill any amount of water into a water tanker, there need to be a source for that water. It needs to come from somewhere. As it stands at the moment, in order for us to fit any part of the community that has their network washed away, we need to reduce the water supply to other areas in order for us to feed our water tankers. That is the first issue which most people seems not to understand. Even if tomorrow the state were to give us 100 water tankers, the next problem will be we don't have water to fill those water tankers. And the cause of this is simply that our source of water is Umgeni water. That particular plant that was washed away, it belongs to the municipality. Therefore, the municipality is 16 mega or 16 million liters down per day, which is to come from the plant. We don't have 16 million liters of water available anywhere. We've tried to get 10 mega out of what we call Hazelmere Dam, which will have come from Ilembe side. We couldn't because Ilembe itself is in the water deficit. That is another reality that the people need to face. And whatever water they have, they then use it sparingly. They can't use it as if it's business as usual. Those are the facts that flow surrounding this issue.
All right, Deputy Mayor, thanks very much for talking to us. That is the Ethekwini Municipality Deputy Mayor Philani Mavundla weighing in, of course, on the water crisis and certainly on the back of that, protests that are underway in Tongaat.